Hello guys and welcome to today's trade recap. Today we made another banger. Um, today's trade was actually a little bit too good, but there's a lot of people that have lost this trade. But uh, those who lost this trade, they were just unlucky. But those who win are just the rewarded guys. They completed the task that they should be. They stayed consistent and they worked how they're supposed to do. Alright, let me break it down to you. How did I catch this trade and what was my bias going into the day. So without further ado, don't forget to smash up that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. We hit the 160 subscribers before the end of April. You guys so much. You are so amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you guys, for every single one of you who clicked the subscribe button. Alright, let's set up another target before the end of May. Can we reach 170 subscribers? Please, please, please. And I really thank you guys, for all of you who are watching this video, who are liking this video, or subscribing, who is even commenting on this video. Thank you a lot. This helping me a lot and keeping me motivated to do the daily recaps and the daily trade recaps. So without further ado, let's get started. So today I had a overall bearish bias due to the daily being bearish. The daily still have more sell side liquidity to be taken. The trend is still a downtrend. On the 4 hour we are also bearish. We are shifting in a bearish structure right here. We had a big gap right here and we closed below it, so we had a market structure shift. After that we had this new week opening gap. Price took out these lows. Yes, it did took out these lows, and it did fill up to fill up the new week opening gap. But I had a overall bearish bias because we need to take out these low resistance draws on liquidity. So without that being said, I scaled down to the 1 hour. The 1 hour you can see the new week opening gap properly. So we had this gap. Price retraced after what I wanted it to do. We took out these highs, these hourly highs, and we filled up the new week opening gap. With that, price is being in a bearish structure, bearish order flow. We are trading in a bearish order flow, as you can see right here. So, and we didn't broke structure to the upside. That's a plus. So we did retrace into the area of interest, to the liquidity pool, and with that, on the 4 hour we also took out these highs. So I have a 4 hour liquidity sweep, 1 hour liquidity sweep. The daily is bearish, the 4 hour is bearish, the hourly is bearish. Now what? Now scale down to the 15 minute. And what do I want to see on the 15 minute? I want to see a inversion of this gap to invalidate the lower time frame bullish order flow. Alright, so this is New York London session open. We came up, we took out these Asian session highs, as you can see. We took out the Asian session highs. We swapped out these 4 hour highs. We swapped out the hourly highs, and we filled up the new week opening gap. Cool. I need a 15 minute inversion of this gap to invalidate the bearish order flow. With that, we got the inverse fair value gap right here just in time. The 15 minute closed below that gap. Scale down to the 5 minute to look for a continuation confluences. So we did not have much of confluences, to be honest, but I kinda like so this 5 minute change in state right here, as you can see, not CISD. Scale down to the 1 minute, you can see very probably that price did reverse into the CISD on the 1 minute, but then we dropped lower, we broke structure. Let's open on to the 5 minute again. My first area of interest was taking out these lows and closing below it, which are going to confirm 100% that we are invalidating the bearish order flow, and we are invalidating the bullish order flow, and we are respecting the bearish order flow. So and after that, markets started accumulating for a little bit to create this accumulation zone, and then we reversed into the inverse fair value gap on the 15-minute. Hold on, as you can see, we reversed into the inverse fair value gap, and now I just need, we got the manipulation, we got the accumulation, and now I'm just heading for the distribution. So my zone was to break below this low and make a CISD off of that and continue delivering lower. So what we had, hold on, let me drop out the 1 minute. So before that, we did close below the 79% Fibonacci extension, which is more confluence to the bearish order flow. We had this order block, we kept retracing into it, we filled up the order block, then we head down, we closed the 1 minute finally below that zone. What do I wanted next to see? The 5 minute. I wanted the 5 minute to close below this zone to make sure that the 5 minute is also confirming the bearishness. So with that, I didn't want to enter right when the 5 minute closed. Before it did close right here, and most of the time price did reverse to get me a better entry point. So that's why I drew down equilibrium. I saw price tapped into equilibrium, and then I just saw a 1 minute down candle. I said, okay, I'm entering off of that, especially with this equilibrium aligning with this 1 minute fair value gap, as you can see right here. And then after that, I really just enter it, because we have every single thing. I didn't wait for this change in state to get filled, the CISD to get filled, but it did. Finally it did. As you can see, we got that candle filling up the CISD, taking off the 1 minute highs that is aligning right here, the liquidity on that, and then boom, some people could have entered right here when we close below this low to confirm 100%. And then here's the catch. Here is the catch. All right, the take profit, I didn't want to aim for these Asian session lows. You may ask why. Well, if you scale up to the 15 minute, you can see there's these originally are the lows, not the Asian session lows. And most of the time, most of my recent trades, the trade it did like some sort of manipulation, and it did reverse before hitting up my TP by just a few pips. So I didn't want to risk a lot. It's actually a big risk to aim for these Asian session lows, and I'm not here playing around with you. I did these screenshots for step by step how did I enter the trade and what is my target. So this was on GBP GPY. Alright, I wanted to see the inversion of this 15 minute gap, as you can see right here, and then I'm seeing the 15 minute gap getting invalidated, as you can see right here. This is the low that I wanted to see, and that was my TP, not the Asian session lows. Once again, I told you why. After that, we inversed this gap, we got the retracement back, we closed below 79% Fibonacci extension. Now we are in the zone of accumulating, and then I clearly say I will be entering after we break this low on the 5 minute. So after that, boom, just like that, TP smacked. But the catch, where is the catch? Alright, so this trade, if you put your stop loss above these highs, above the 4-hour liquidity sweep, alright, of these highs, and you aim for these lows, you can get a 1 to 1.6 risk to reward. That's pretty shitty. That's not what I want to trade. That's not what I ideally trade. But you gotta accept that, because the people who didn't accept that and wanted to set their stop loss little bit tight to get a better risk to reward got fucked on this trade, because the next the next level for stop loss, for a logical stop loss, is these 1 minute highs. And as you can see, that will have given us a solid 1 to 2.3 risk to reward. That's what I ideally trade. Alright, so I saw a big risk taken out to setting my stop loss at these highs instead of these 4-hour highs, because at these 1 minute highs it can get manipulated. Alright, so these 1 minute highs can get manipulated by the hourly candle. Seems logical? Yes. But on the 4-hour, if you put your stop loss above the 4-hour, there is no manipulation can happen. The only thing that is going to stop you after price reclaiming that high is because the trade ID is invalidated. And as you can see, price did reverse, filled up this order block, filled up the order block, and then just continue going down. You can get another chance. Price right here give you another chance for entering. Broke structure right here, and then did retrace into equilibrium and into, I think, 5-minute confluences, or yeah, this breaker block, and then break structure again. You could enter it right here, and then price did retrace once again into a very good low level with this fair value gap, this breaker block, or CISD, you call it whatever you want, and I think equilibrium also. Yes, equilibrium also. This zone, you can enter the trade right here. If you missed it, you can scale out to the 1 minute. Once you see the invalidation of this gap right here, you enter. Your stops is above these highs, and it's protected right now because these 1 minute high, these highs are protecting the position from getting invalidated if price goes above it. And then you can target these lows, and you will get a 1 to 2.45 risk to reward. That's a solid trade. Alright, let me know guys in the comment section if you took out this trade or not. Or actually, there's one more trade I want to show you. This was actually on USD GPY. I didn't take it. I'm not going to lie. I favorite the GEJ trade over this one, but this one is actually pretty tough also. But it did manipulate us. There's a lot of manipulation. Price still looking like itchy and fucking around. But this trade is also good. We got the 4-hour bearish, 4-hour liquidity sweep, 1-hour liquidity sweep. We put an SMT, then 15-minute lows got taken out. We invalidated this gap, retraced back into this imbalance right here, and then once we invalidate this 15-minute gap, you can scale up to the 5-minute, and then you look for entries. Like if on the 1 minute, if there's an order block or fair value gap, you can enter off of it. You can just enter with it. As you can see right here, fair value gap being created, inverse of a fair value gap, break of structure, change in the state, boom, break of structure, enter right here. Hold on, let me show you. But this trade, you can pretty much get stopped out on this one because price did not really favorize it. Put your stop loss above these above this liquidity sweep. Your take profit at these lows, that will have given you a 1 to 1.6 risk to reward, and price action is not really good. Overall, price action on UJ today was not very good, but the one on GJ was pretty tough press action, and we got good with this, thankfully, and hopefully we can keep it up on this performance. So without that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for uh, helping me going into my journey and sharing it with you. And that's it. Don't forget the like button and subscribe, please. That will help me a lot, a lot, a lot. So, without that being said, I appreciate you guys. Let's be 1% better every day, and peace out.